Hey everyone, Derek here with a quick news update on the end of Miiverse, as Nintendo of America has updated their website to provide more details about exactly what's going to be happening to Wii U games and the Miiverse in general. So they have a Q&A section where you can see all of this, and first off, why are you shutting down Miiverse? They say, we started the Miiverse service in 2012 along with the launch of the Wii U system because we wanted to provide a space where users could share their feelings about games with each other. Thanks to user support throughout the years, we think we were able to achieve that goal. We decided to end the service at this time because, among other reasons, many users are shifting to social networking services. Users can download their old Miiverse posts without comments or messages from others by visiting this website and registering before the Miiverse service ends on November 7th, 2017 at 10 p.m. Pacific Time. Once registered, users will receive an email via Nintendo account mail a few weeks after the Miiverse service ends, which will include a unique URL to download their past Miiverse posts. And they actually have more information about this. So to download your post history download information, you can request a file containing your post history. This request must be made before Miiverse service ends by selecting Request Post History. After the Miiverse service ends, you'll be sent an email containing a link via which you can download your post history. In order to submit a request to receive your downloadable post history, a Nintendo account must be linked with the Nintendo Network ID you use to access Miiverse. For post history content, if you request through this service, you'll be able to download a file containing the following content after the Miiverse service has ended. All of your posts, including hand-drawn images and screenshots, but it does not include comments made on the post or messages sent between you and your friends. It also does not include posts which you have deleted or were found to be in violation of the Miiverse Code of Conduct, but you can download all the images in your screenshot album. They do have a few warnings, and we'll have a link to all of this in the description below, but the big one here is that it may take a few weeks after the Miiverse service has ended for you to actually receive the email containing the link via which you can actually download this post history. But continuing on, that's just preserving your Miiverse history. There's also a few other questions that they answer via their website. So once the Miiverse service ends, users will not be able to access Miiverse on Wii U, any of the Nintendo 3DS family of systems, or an internet browser on PCs and smart devices. However, the Miiverse icon will still be displayed on the Wii U and 3DS home menu, but whenever you select it, an error message will be displayed. Now here's potentially the most important part of this to all of you, how it affects the games. So many games use Miiverse as a major gameplay feature, including Super Mario Maker for Wii U. What happens to those games when Miiverse shuts down? Super Mario Maker on the Wii U, users will still be able to share levels, but will no longer be able to comment on them. Mario vs. Donkey Kong Tipping Stars on the Wii U and 3DS, while users will still be able to play the game and complete all 88 levels in the main game, the community feature will be discontinued, preventing players from sharing levels and receiving additional stars. As there will be a limit to the number of stars that can be obtained, not all objects may be unlocked from the workshop. On the original Splatoon, Miiverse posts will no longer display in Inkopolis Plaza or the game's stage maps. For Super Smash Bros. For Wii U and 3DS, the Miiverse stage will still be playable, but Miiverse user posts will not display in the background. Players will also be unable to post replays to YouTube or Miiverse, share stages, or create tournaments. In Mario Kart 8, players will not be able to upload gameplay videos to YouTube since they also post to Miiverse at the same time, and the tournament function will also not be available. In Super Mario 3D World, the Miiverse posts that appear on the course select screen and when selecting courses will disappear. Players will still be able to collect in-game stamps, but not post them to Miiverse. And finally, there's Xenoblade Chronicles X, and in that, the Blade Report feature will no longer be available, which is a pretty big deal and is kind of ruining anything post-game starting in November. So a lot of these losses are pretty big deals and could really affect how people play the games and could even change them entirely. And Nintendo actually responds to this, at least for Mario vs. Donkey Kong, by saying, "Will you continue selling the game?" And they say, yes, the game will continue to be sold, users will still be able to complete all 88 levels in the main game and create and play their own levels locally. So they're not actually going to change anything about this, they're not going to adapt it to better suit that stuff, it's just these features are gone, which is kind of a pitfall when you have internet integrated games like this. Continuing on, the Miiverse posts in the Wii U Plaza will now be the default Miiverse posts that appeared during offline mode, and the Wii U chat service will be discontinued along with Miiverse. And the final question they answer is, will there be a similar service to replace Miiverse on the Nintendo Switch? And in response, they say, currently Nintendo has no plans to implement any services to replace Miiverse, but the Nintendo Switch system includes features for connecting with Facebook and other social networking services. So yeah, essentially no, there's so many other services out there that they don't feel like they want to compete, and all the Miiverse functionality is being shut down because everybody's moving to the Switch anyway. So even beyond just Miiverse itself, this is kind of a big deal. We're losing a lot of functionality for a lot of big games, and even the tournament functions of both Mario Kart and Super Smash Bros. And if you're a Xenoblade Chronicles X fan, well, you're losing out on stuff you can do in that as well. So it's incredibly unfortunate that all this is happening, but the Wii U did not sell that well, and there's not really much of a reason to keep supporting it when everybody's focusing on the Switch, including Nintendo themselves. Now there's still the 3DS Miiverse, but it seems like those are tied together pretty closely, so it makes sense to discontinue it as well. It still sucks, especially for that extra functionality, but that's the way it is. So what do you guys think of all these changes to the Miiverse and how it'll affect certain games? Let us know in the comments, and of course be sure to subscribe to GameXplain for more on Nintendo and other things gaming as well. Until next time, bye.